We should be live here. Welcome back, guys. I'm glad I waited actually, because it was very close to take a long, because I thought it would actually push further, but I'm glad I waited. So I'm just gonna see. It's Monday, no really big news, but I'm just gonna see if this is really gonna come back. If not, and I see a close below, and I see we're taking the structure out, I'm actually short. I don't know how many of you tuning in. It's going to be an interesting week for me. There are a lot of things going on. I want to let you know, maybe you've been watching my two events. First it was in English and first it was in Danish, okay? There's huge demand for my euro trading, but what I'm going to do is in the next 48 hours, I'm going to take calls with people one-on-one, and I'm gonna stop doing that. And if I have to take more calls and explain the same I just explained in the presentation, then I'll charge $2,500 for these calls. So hurry up. I only have limited time because I just want to trade and make money and do what I'm good at. So I'm not focusing on bringing thousands of people on and doing a lot of sales calls. No, I just want to focus on managing my own capital because I got to a point where that's important for me only. It doesn't really make sense. It's not really going to change my life to bring in 5-10 people all the time more. It's not really making any difference. So you just go to mirrortrading.com, you join, and if you don't want to do that, no rush, then you could just follow my guide here in Telegram. Sign up to Vantage and then just follow me when we're trading together DAX and NASDAQ almost every day. So that was it. I mean, trying to keep it as simple as possible and just focus on what's important, and that's trading, generate results, outperforming the market, and making insanely good December month. So we're strong, but we could do a little bit better, and I'm going to focus on that, okay? So I just want to let you know and keep you informed so everyone is informed about what's going on and how you can get access, okay? If you want to book a call, it's in the WhatsApp, but I could also leave a link after this live trading session. But it's just through Calendly, okay? And then I have limited slots available. I can see that already. But only book a call if you have capital, you're serious, you have a good job. Doesn't make any logic sense, to be honest. If you have no money, then you should just get a job and don't invest into trading. You need some capitals to start out with. So DAX here in the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's doing its thing. And we should see, it's going to be interesting to see if we are actually going to have some selling pressure and move below 250. So I'm basically ready for shorting the market, okay? Well, I am. Let's see here. It's gonna be interesting. Also, regarding the booking call things for the mirror trading, where things is just automatically because sometimes you don't have time to trade with me, or I'm in too quick and I adjust the position, or doing something and you want the exact performance as me and you want to be in the exact same boat and have the same risk and you just want to trade basically exactly as me, then this is for you. But I'll just leave a link here so you have access to it, so no excuses, okay? Looks like we didn't manage to close above overnight highs in the first 15 minutes. It looks like we did manage to reach previous day's highs. It looks pretty weak. I know after 15 minutes, I know after half an hour, normally we see a push down in the first 30 minutes, and then we see a strong candle coming back and breaking above and closing above. So going short after 30 minutes, you always have to be very careful, and especially when it's the first trade of the week, then I will always try to hold cash if I can and not rush anything and always wait for the right setups, because you could always take a short or long on DAX when Nasdaq is opening. Okay, let's see here. So the trades I'm taking here, I'm taking them on all my live accounts. I'm also taking it on my mirror trading account on Vantage. That's also why you see Vantage here. Okay, so what's very important is you have your trading view chart here, and then you have how you execute, right, where you have your money. If you have everything in the same place, then it could be very like, oh, you just got a short setup, or you just click and then you're in here. You have to think more about it, adjust the size, and it's just not like in and out. So I that's helping me a lot to have like, I'm executing here, the Vantage, and then I'm just looking here and have no accounts connected for now. I could connect it and I could trade with it. There's nothing wrong with that. What I experience is if I go in with very large lot sizes, then people might think that they should also do that, or they should copy that, or maybe do kind of like the same, but they should not. So that's also why it should help you to just identify when to go long, when to go short, when to stay cash, when to have a stop loss, and so on. And that's what I kind of like with this setup here. When I'm trading live, I'm identifying the highs, the resistance. We just break overnight lows. For me, it looks more like SR long, because we did not break previous day's lows, right? So what should we do here? Because we did not manage to close above, but we managed to close below here. So is that a short because we're closing below, or it's a long? So there's two things you have to be aware of. There's a big push into the opening overnight highs, right? But it's getting rejected immediately. It's not even breaking or below from Friday, or high from Friday. That's one thing. So it's kind of like below that. I will have my stop loss above here if I was in for a short, and then I would target previous day's lows. So for me, it's closing below. It's that's one thing. Another thing is it's not closing above overnight highs, and it's kind of like weak the market. So for me, this is a short because we are actually closing on that 15-minute candle below overnight lows, and I would personally like to target 177. So I would like to target maybe 130 points. I would probably have a risk around 70 points. So I'll make 2.2 or something like that. That's what I would personally do. Again, but then you also have to look at the UK 100 and see what the direction is for that. It's kind of like tricky, but that's actually pushing a bit, not much. And then we have Nasdaq that's just moving sideways, is not really doing much. So because we have a little push here, right? We have a candle that's closing below, then we have to be careful because it could easily bounce back and then rally. Okay, so if you do something, you either have a very tight stop loss. If you go in heavy, you could have a more loose tight stop loss. You're in light, and then if you're in very heavy, you could close around here just before you're reaching. If you're in light and you have a stop loss up here, you could basically target it below previous day's lows and make it sell off a couple of, 30, 40 points below. That's a setup that works all the time. Should you go long here, you could. You just have to, be a little bit careful about it, okay? So we have the 15 minutes, right? As you can see, this is the first candle. This is the second candle. This is the third candle. We have no close, a touch below, really. This is an orb low. If we break that one, it's a short. For me, orb short, right? If we holding here, it's basically an SR fallback. So if we're pushing above here, right, above 307, it's a long back to previous day's highs. If we do not push above here and we start selling below orb, it's a short back to here. Pretty simple, right? That's what I'm gonna do. And that's why I haven't been rushing about tuning in, because I let the market first push a little bit, sell off, and then do nothing. Let's see. I think you should see, right? Could you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I think so. So basically just tuning in here, as you can see, for explaining exactly what my thoughts is and what I want to do. So I know there's many people went short here based on hope that it's going to sell off. I don't want to do that. I'm basically just waiting for a confirmation candle, right? And for you that's like, I really want to see all the money you have, and can you trade live? I mean, we could just open, my sector trader, right, live account, and I could just execute with that. 40 contracts, that's 5 million, that's probably enough. So I'll do that with you today. But I just don't see it's necessarily that I'm sitting here and trading with an extremely large account when I could just kind of like just explain the setups I'm taking. So let's see here, not much progress. I'm waiting for it to actually break 308, then I'll take it long. I'll try to target previous day's highs, or at least unmitigated or below, or OPI for a previous session. But it's probably going to be around here. I'm going to target exit quick or here. I'll stay in light, and then I have my stop loss below or below if it pushed above 308. I knew that it was going to be slow today. That's also why I didn't have any rush really, to be honest. Let's see, I'll also publish the trade once I take the trade, okay? So once I go in or I do something, I will let you know at the same time. So the overall idea of follow the market, follow the trend, don't short something that's moving so slow and kind of like not really doing much. There's nothing wrong with shorting things. You just have to know what you're doing, right? And for me, this looks like more like a long setup that we're about to face. I think it's a long setup for me, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a long. So we're breaking above 308, and then I'm light long, and I would like to target it probably back to unmitigated orb high, or just the overnight high. So it could also be previous day's highs. I'll see. Right now I'm basically just waiting a little bit here. But I would like to take a push here. Let's see. Keeping it simple, Monday morning slow. If you want to see something regarding the news this weekend here, it's going to be pretty chill. We have some news coming in, but I think it's already in priced, just letting you know. Let's see, haven't done anything, just waiting. Basically just waiting for it to actually push or not push. Looks like a long, guys. We above 308. Let's see if we manage to push. Looks like that. I'm gonna go in for a light long position here at 308. I'm gonna have a very tight stop loss. I would like to target 374 if I could get that one. It's just a 1-to-1 right now, but I might move it back to previous day's highs. My overall plan is that I just don't think it's that realistic, but we had a pretty strong move up, and I think we're gonna reach previous day's highs again, basically seeing the same pattern on NASDAQ where things really sold off during session. It bounced back. It was rallying extremely hard doing Fed news, and then here, let me just I'll also take the trade on the Miro trading account. I'm gonna go along here at 296. So I just went long here, guys. I'll also post the setup. So I went long here around 300. Let's see if it's gonna work. We're gonna have some room here for the setup. It could work. Let's see. I want to see more momentum than what we're just seeing right here. I was in a good profit actually. Not much momentum, to be honest. So just want to let you know that I'm actually in for a long, okay? Just letting you know, so you're aware. It is confirmed. I'm also long. NASDAQ is also pushing a bit. Not much, but it's pushing a little bit. This is not for NASDAQ, just so you know. So NASDAQ is pushing, that could confirm. UK is also pushing, market is pushing, okay? So we have all three markets that's actually pushing a little bit. It's very slow. I think it could actually push back before it's gonna rally, okay? So we might have a too tight stop loss, but this is a light position, very light. But our entry was, let me just check here, so we have the exact same entry. It's 298. I'm just gonna have a 50-point stop loss here. I'm planning to target previous day high, okay? Let's see here. Not much progress, to be honest. But UK is actually pushing quite amazing. That's very impressive. So UK is pushing, that's confirming a long. NASDAQ is also pushing a bit. Then we just have to wait for DAX to actually confirm a push. Let's see. So overall, just a little long here because we're holding at, let's see. Normally I will take a short because we do not close above previous day's highs. It's weak. The market is showing lower highs. It's closing below overnight lows. I would always take a short here, but right now I'm long. That could work. It could also be weak. It's hard to predict, to be honest. It's hard to predict, guys. So it did exactly what I expected. That's good. Okay, so I have a meeting here in 15 minutes. Actually not with any Miro trading guys, but with a trader that I might consider working with. He's a very successful hedge fund manager, but let's see here. So went long, took the same on Miro trading account. What I'm gonna do now is I'm probably just gonna exit this trade here. I went in with 500 contract myself. So I'm up 6,000 right now. Let's see here if this is gonna push or it's gonna sell off again. So right now I'm basically just holding it. Let's see here. It could push, it could sell off. Not much progress. NASDAQ UK, it's confirming a rally, as you can see. That's also why I did it. A huge rally. NASDAQ is doing basically the same. It's getting a little bit rejected at overnight highs. DAX is choppy. It is choppy. It didn't manage to close above the higher week for that candle number 2. So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. Been in here for almost 20 minutes. Doesn't seem to have any momentum. I'm gonna exit the trade, guys, now at my Miro trading account. I just want to let you know, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not in. I have closed my position now. Also on the Miro trading account, managed to make money. I'm out. I don't want to hold this position. I don't have confidence in that position right now, because originally I wanted to do a short position because we have closed below. We have also closed below overnight lows. So I'm out. No open position. Also closed it on my live account. Yeah. So for me, it is personally a short, following the rules. As you can see, we also get an orb short right here. You can see we have this candle managed to close below, but the body didn't close below. That's why it was a little bit invalid and not super sure, because there was no momentum down. And that's why I said, okay, if it's going to break above this one here, it's so long, then we could target here, just taking like this highs out, or we could target previous days highs. So I mean, because it turned and I thought it would do quicker back to here, I went long. If it went back to here quicker, I would have exit or move stop loss to break even and hold it. So because it's not quick and it's very slow, I really don't like these candlesticks that's not really moving up, I simply just exit the trade. And I'm actually want to go short and follow my system, but for me now it's too late, so I'll come back in New York session. If I take a trade, if I go short, I can let you know in the Telegram section, because it was a short close below. As you can see, there's no close above, and this is a close below. It's an orb short, but basically just waiting. Okay, so I'll see you later. Thank you for